Hi everyone and welcome back to RINSWINS. Today I'm going to be answering the question, how long should my blog posts be? So if you are blogging for your business, or if you're going to be starting to blog for your business, then one of the questions you need to think about is how long your blog posts should be. Now, it's not to say that every single one has to be the exact same length, but generally speaking, you want to have sort of a rough kind of guide in line for how long your blog posts are going to be. So unfortunately, there's not a specific number I can give you, but I will give you some guidelines and some tips on how to make that decision for yourself. And the first thing, which is pretty much the thing you need to be thinking about with all of your marketing, is what does your reader want? What does your audience want? If you know that the people that you're aiming at have got plenty of time to sit down and read nice long articles, then by all means create very long reads. If they don't have as much time, perhaps they're going to be wanting to read something a bit shorter and sharper. It's really dependent on what they want, and I've said this before, but if you're not sure what they want, then ask them. Do a reader survey, do an audience survey. Shout out on social media, ask people what kind of lengths of blogs they're usually reading. It's really interesting to gather that kind of research. The second thing you need to be thinking about is the type of content you're sharing. So if you're doing a kind of a how-to piece on something that's quite complex, then you'll need probably quite a lot of words to actually explain that. If you're telling a story about something, you might want to set the scene with a little bit of pace, you might want to build into it, so maybe that's also going to have quite a lot of words. But then equally, you might be showing off your latest product if you make physical products, in which case you don't really need a lot of words, because actually it's going to be much more of an image-led post. So you need to think about the type of content and really what suits it best. I appreciate none of this is actually giving you numbers, so I will give you a few numbers to think about. Google does like for a page to have around 300 words or more of text, just to, I guess, validate that it's real and that it's got something interesting to tell people about. So try and aim for more than 300. And generally speaking, if you're writing, some actual value-added content, it will be more than 300 words. However, if you look at the trends, actually long-form writing is becoming a lot more popular these days. So blog posts of around 1,000 words are increasingly popular, and there's some statistics around how actually they drive much more valuable leads. So the problem with 1,000 words of copy is that you're going to lose some people halfway through. But actually, if those people aren't the right people for your business, then that's not really a problem. Having lots of people reading your blog in itself isn't particularly helpful if actually what you want them to do is convert into clients. So if that blog process can kind of narrow down a number of sort of vague contacts into people who are really going to actually pick up the phone and give you a call, then that's not a bad thing. So have a think about whether long-form content is something that could work for your audience. What I would say with longer form content is that, as I said, because you have more chance of people dropping out, you do have to have much higher quality of writing to just help guide people through from one paragraph to the next, keep their interest, keep them going. You'll probably need to think about things like subheads to kind of segment the copy so that people can flow through it easily. And also it's really helpful to include something data-driven, something that people can get hold of, because otherwise it can just feel a little bit like waffle. So you just really want to give people specific points as they're moving through the copy, that they can kind of hang their hat on and go, oh, that was interesting, I'm going to keep reading. So I hope that's given you a little bit of insight into the kinds of things you should be thinking about when it comes to the length of your blog posts. There's much more information. As always, I will be putting some links to my blog posts that are relevant in the description box, so have a look at that. I would love to get some more of your questions. I find it really, really interesting to hear what you guys are thinking, what challenges you have in your content marketing. So do send me your questions. Do subscribe, share this with people you think would be interested, and I will be back very soon to answer more of your copywriting questions. Thanks for watching RINSWINS. I'll see you soon.